guys, before we get started, it would mean a lot to us if you just would drop a like on the video if you are enjoying the content. I don't know really how it works, but it looks like the videos with more likes get more views. And if you want to take it a step further, you could also check out boostedshades.com. That would be awesome. That's how we fund most of these builds. That's how we're able to put turbo diesels from Mercedes into old Datsuns, and it helps us build some of these other projects too. So if you would check out boostedshades.com, it's just a line of sunglasses focused at driving. They're all polarized. That would be awesome. Link is in the description, and it's just boostedshades.com. That's all the advertising for this video. Let's get right into the content. What's going on, Team Boosted? Welcome to another video. We're gonna be working a little bit on the turbo diesel 240Z. That is a OM606 Mercedes turbo diesel. Excuse the voiceover, the audio was super weird here. Anyways, I just said that we're also gonna be working on the Mercedes. And for those of you who don't know, it's a GT350, 8,000 RPM Ford Voodoo in a Mercedes. So we're gonna be figuring out the exhaust specifically. There's new wheels on the 240Z. The old wheels were controversial. They were, not these. They were these Heritage wheels, which are nice, clean, 5-spoke design. And again, thank you for Heritage for helping us get the car rolling. They sponsored us with these wheels. But it's got a very like American muscle car. You would see those on like a Corvette, and they just didn't really look right for a classic Japanese sports car. To get the full look though, we're gonna need to finish the bodywork. We got everything mounted last video, but obviously when you buy replacement parts, the hell was that? When you buy replacement parts for a car that's over 40 years old, they usually need a little bit of sanding. So what's interesting about this headlight bucket is you can see it's been on like 3 different Z's maybe, or they've just repainted the same Z like 4 different times, but it's been pretty much every color you could have a stock Z. It's got this like red, this orange, there's like a blue under it, which leads me to believe that this has just been used on a few Z cars. So I didn't know Devin was being cool in the parts store and he tried to match the wrap with the spray paint.
Pretty close.
While the paint dries, we are going to put together the front cooling stack, get it ready so once it's back together, technically you can drive again. You've got to get a hold of yourself. We started putting the cooling stack together, but the paint's dry, so we're gonna move on to the fender. It actually almost looks the same color. It's a little bit more brown. Yeah, all right, it's a little different, but it was a good try. It's time for the wheel reveal, Devin. All right, you guys have actually seen these before. We don't know if this is going to be a final decision. I will say though that over the past day and a half they've been on the car, they have grown on me. Have they grown on you?
I mean, I like them from the get-go.
Oh, I didn't, but all right, here we go. What's that SpongeBob Krabby Patty thing where it starts off really small and it gets huge? You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna put that right there because I've been like, whatever. What? It takes forever. It's like a big reveal, but it takes forever. Boom! Big reveal. So these are the rotiforms that were on the GT350 sedan. The thing with the Datsun is because of the S13 rear subframe, the CX2 or whatever it is from Technotoy, these have been pushed out in the front. So the offsets you typically see on Z cars are negative, but we actually have like a positive 20. These happen to be the same as the Heritage wheels, but they're a little bit more classic, and I will say they're on backwards. These are, I think I got the sides, but they're directional, and they're directionally wrong, so take that into account. But this looks a little bit more classic. It looks German, which I guess makes sense because it has a Mercedes engine.
And we had one completely destroyed wheel and a pop tire, so we needed to put something on this thing to get it rolling, and we decided on these, and then we're like, actually, they look kind of sick.
I do want your opinion though. Do you like these just in general? Do you like them more than the 5 spokes, which were these guys? They fit pretty nice. They're pretty much exactly the same. They're 18 by 9.5s, which the Heritage were. Kind of has like a turbofan appearance. So we're actually gonna get started repairing the hood, but we'll be doing that in the background because there's a lot of prep that's going on. So I think we're gonna transition into figuring out what the hell we're gonna do with the exhaust on the GT350 Mercedes. So part of making the exhaust fit is modifying the steering, because with the stock steering, there's zero chance the exhaust would fit. This is the stock steering box. We are converting to ring and pinion, and not ring and pinion, rack and pinion. Similar. I've been told that the junk's already under here. It's just not doing anything yet. Yeah, it's dangled in. James, explain the situation.
All right, what you're looking at right here is a rack and pinion out of a 96 Mercedes E-Class.
So some of them used a rack and pinion. Okay, so all bolted in. It's actually sitting pretty nice and level in here. Now we can get a really good idea of where that steering rack needs to go, and we can start looking at exhaust related nonsense. So here is the stock GT350. It's actually pretty heavy. This is a chunky piece. And this is the driver's side, so I'm gonna put the camera down and we're gonna try to finagle this in there, but it's not looking the best. Difficult to tell because it's hitting everything, but the thing is if it was bolted to the engine, it would have a lower profile. I mean, you don't necessarily want headers that you have to pull the engine or service.
Yeah, but I've owned a Corvette.
Sam, what's your thoughts on this?
Right now, the main thing I'm seeing that's causing lack of installation is the end of this flange hits the controller mount.
But that flange doesn't matter because the rest of the exhaust is gonna have to be custom.
Exactly. So, really the one thing holding our shop back. Push up a little.
So we know what we need to do on this side. You see this red Sharpie mark over here? Pretty much we're just gonna cut that out and just plate it in, you know, like maybe an inch and a half in, and this side should slip on. Cutting and welding the engine bay material is a lot easier and cheaper than trying to make tube headers. Okay, so we're gonna pull the engine out, do some clearancing, and then we're going to bolt the headers on and then try to drop the whole thing in as a unit. This is our 4-pound sledge, Reginald the Sledginold, a valued member of our team, also known as Reggie the Sledgy. Clearance! Before we get the comments, yes, if we wanted this to look good, the obvious solution would to just be cut all of this stuff out and sheet metal it in, which could be done actually after we just final iteration it. With the Datsun, if you remember, we sent it down the road with holes in the floor and stuff. And then we pull it out and then we made it nice. We're really just trying to streamline this to get it driving down the road as fast as possible. So we got our patch over there. We've got our bashing over there, and it's wider. And we've got the headers bolted to the engine so we don't have to try to squish them up and around stuff. So let's give it another shot. So here it is, fitting. And then here's the exhaust, dumping.
Only had to cut large portions of structural material out, but no biggie.
That's okay.
Nothing a little bit of plate can't fix.
The engine decides where it wants to be.
Exactly. Let the engine tell you what it wants.
And if anyone's concerned, we are planning on triangulating, basically turning this into a K-member. We're going to reinforce two of these lower control arm mounts here. Yep. Which is a good idea on Mercedes anyway. They like the flex stock.
I like how this pan fits perfectly over.
Have a brace there stock.
This is nice. This is pretty tucked up in there, actually.
Yeah, that was one of the goals. That's why I scooted it a little higher off the K-frame.
All things considered, it's fitting. Now that like 30% of the car's been cut away, it's fitting pretty good. I'm back at the house because there's some things we need. The Datsun, actually, the build started in this garage. And you'll notice, like, here's the old smash bumper. We still need like these turn signals. There's a few other things, but there's nothing really major we have left to do in this video, which kind of leads me to a series of questions I have for you guys. This video was on the shorter side and there wasn't really, we started filming just generally what we do in the shop. If we want to put out more content, we have to fill the void, just, you know, filming what we do, because we don't always have these major goals and these major chunks of progress. Sometimes, you know, we're just generally working on both cars. So I guess my question to you is, what format do you like? Would you like fewer but bigger videos with more accomplished? Or would you like just more content regardless of if there's anything major achieved or not? We're okay with filming in either format. We just want what's best for the channel. But other than that, we're gonna wrap this one up. Definitely leave your thoughts on that, and I also want to know what you guys think about those wheels. All I've really got left to do is to pick a winner for the video giveaway. If you guys are new here, not familiar with the channel, we give away products from boostedshades.com. Every single video, the comment is chosen completely at random. This video's comment is from Mr. White. You can hit us up at teamboosted@boostedshades.com or through any of our social media platforms, and we'll ship you something. If you guys want to win, all you have to do is like the video, be subscribed, and leave a comment. You can of course comment whatever you'd like, but I asked you guys a few questions a few minutes ago. We really would appreciate your feedback on that, and I think that's actually going to do it. Thanks for watching this one. We'll see you next time.